Brutal Bratskis and newcomers, welcome, welcome, welcome. So it goes that I had started playing some mods here and there. More specifically, I play them on my live streams. Streams that you should not miss, okay? Now it's been a long time coming and I'm so happy that I finally decided to jump headfirst into a couple of mods. For starters, my focus is and will be on total conversion mods. Mods that completely change up the formula of the game that the mod is based on. And in this video, I want to go through 3 total conversion mods that I played that abso-freaking-lutely blew my tiny little brain into pieces with their awesomeness. And who am I? Well, I'm Slim from Sweden and I'm rocking one hell of a cold, but I am so ready to show you these mods. So let's do this. Right before we jump into the first game, if you want to play any of these, I have a beginner tutorial on exactly how to run all of the mods on display today. I will link that video in the pinned comment. Now let's begin with Bloom. Yes, you did hear that right, and it has nothing to do with the graphical settings called Bloom. It's a Doom total conversion mod that mixes 2 of the best shooters of all time, Doom and Blood. To me on paper, this actually sounds like a way to make an easy mod and gain traction simply by using the aforementioned games and blending them. But trust me when I say that this mod is so much more than just mixing those 2 games together. This mod literally managed to blow my mind in its first level, and it just kept on getting better and better and better. So the first thing we notice when booting the mod up is that we can choose to play as either the Doom guy from Doom or Caleb from Blood. And no matter which one you pick, you will have the same story, same levels and outcome. But it will change what weapons and power-ups you play with. So Caleb, he rocks the weapons from Blood with a few new additions like the single barrel shotty that you will never ever use after you pick up the sawed-off double barrel one. And the same thing goes for the Doom guy. He got his standard arsenal with a few additions like a grenade that works 10 times better than Caleb's dynamite. Should have done this. Not this one though. That's the one I want. Oh, damn, we are so going to die now. Yep. What the hell are you saying, Slim? There is no better weapon in any game than Caleb's pack of dynamites. Well, while that might be true, it's not the case in the mod. Something just feels off with it. You have to select it as a standalone weapon, and the throw and charge up for the throw is just... it's weird. It doesn't feel right. But the rest of the weapons, they are just as great as you'd expect, and I'm genuinely surprised at how well Blood's weapons have been recreated in the GZDoom engine. They truly feel, look, and sound more or less exactly as in Blood, apart from the dynamite, that is. And the enemies that you will be completely annihilating with these weapons, well, they're just as freaking cool as the weapons, if not cooler. They consist of a mix of Doom's demons and Blood's cults and zombies, and they all have new looks, behaviors, and attacks to them. So what has happened is that the Doom demons have been infused with Blood's enemies, creating something never before seen that will constantly make you go, "Ooh, ooh, that's a Caco demon infused with a gargoyle, that is so cool," and so on. And for that reason, I will not spoil them for you, but I will spoil this for you. There are a total of 30 enemies that will make you go, "Oh, oh, look at that thing, that is so cool." And the best part about this mod is yet to come. The levels, man. Hot holy macaronis and meatballs. The levels are phenomenal, well thought out and smart, with an infusion between the 2 games that just made me almost not cope with it all, because it is so awesome. At times it was just so damn cool, I felt like I couldn't handle the coolness anymore. So what I'm trying to say here is that this mod is not for the faint of heart, and not because it's scary loaded with jump scares, but because it just screams of we know what we're doing and we are going to blow your little puny brain with our incredible level design, smart pacing, and wicked infusion of 2 of the most iconic games ever. So what I recommend you do before diving head into this mod is that you play the first level of it. If you're not even the slightest impressed by it, well, your taste in games sucks. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, then this mod will not impress you as it did with me, because the first level in this mod acts as a superb introduction as to what is to come. Okay, so the gates have now opened. Oh my god, the mix of... Because this is the starting area in Blood, and we just came from the starting area of Doom. That is absolutely brilliant. And I knew that there was a secret here. Now, if you're liking what you're seeing so far, consider hitting that like and subscribe. It would literally mean the world to me. And even if you don't like what you see, consider joining the Discord still linked in the description down below, because it is the best place on this thing called internet, and we always have a good time in there. Now, let's not keep the mods waiting no longer, okay? Let's continue. Now let's ease things down a little bit. I mean, from all the gore, dark atmosphere and demons. Let's move on to a Super Mario inspired mod. But not any Super Mario inspired mod, because this is where the easing of things stop. I'm talking Super Mario inspired mod with demon slaying. Now, in all fairness, this mod is freaking great. It was recommended to me a long time ago by one of my moderators called Silver. I took a quick look at it back then and thought to myself, it looks very platforming and colorful. Two things that I usually don't think fits very well into the Doom universe, in all honesty. Yeah, I'm one of those who hate platforming in Doom. I don't necessarily dislike colorful environments, but you know, it just didn't ring well with me looking at the screenshots. But I'ma tell you something, it just works, man. It just works in this mod. This, just as the prior one, has some excellent level design to it. No one level is overly long or big, and the objective is to retrieve stars from each level to unlock new levels in Peach's castle. And they often require you to do a bit of platforming, some puzzle solving, and demon slaying. Got a little blood boss here. But each and every map has its unique flavor and style to it, ranging from lava-filled levels, haunted mansions, colorful levels with green grass and blue sky, to heck, even deserts and ancient Egypt. The levels, they are plentiful and unique, being the true highlight of this mod, offering both different settings, atmospheres and challenges to them. And it doesn't stop there! The mod also has a set of unique weapons, and as early on in the game, like I'm talking 1-2 mobs into the game, it introduces the boomstick. In other words, this game knows what you want and it delivers. So what I'm saying here is, don't let the cute colors and inspiration fool you. This mod works wonders. It's a ton of fun from start to end, and it always has a surprise around every corner, both keeping you on your toes and excited for what's to come. Oh, and it can get pretty damn dark and atmospheric at times. And to amp that up just a notch, it's fully compatible with the Nash Gore mod. And the footage that you've been seeing here, well, it's with the Nash Gore mod on. So before I leave this one be and we move on to the next, I want you to know that there is a Golden Souls 2 that is out and it is fully playable. And the third one, well, it has a demo and it is being worked on as you're watching this. Now, I haven't played the second one yet, but I do intend on doing it very soon. So hit that subscribe so you don't miss that live stream. Now let's move on to the next mod. Oh. That scared me. I got a small heart attack from that, and I am absolutely not kidding. I literally had my heart just stopped for a second. Alright, it is truly time to get the scaredy pants on again, because it's about to get real dark and scary here. This, my scared bratsky, is Siren, and I'm going to start this segment off with a snippet from the mod page. The Red Ark is a habitation prototype established by the corporation beneath the surface of Mars. The site has been dark for decades, until a few hours ago. This site and its inhabitants never existed, and it's down to you to find out what's down there. Discover, rescue, survive, and if the odds turn against you, run for your life! Sounds pretty damn scary, right? Well, it's like walking through a haunted house in a theme park. I'm not talking about one of those on rails, one of those where the zombies can breathe in your neck and you have no means to escape. The only thing left to do is wave your arms and scream your lungs out. Yes, that kinda scary. During my time streaming this game, well, I think I jumped at least 10 times in one stream alone. Did he fall down? I think he might have fallen down. Maybe not. I'm gonna say that's a negative. This is one where you want to take it a little slower, actually conserve some of your ammo and don't waste your shots at the wall. And that said, the game has some of the coolest freaking guns out there, hands down. Every weapon in the game, whether it be the shotgun, the minigun or a futuristic one, is just abso-freaking-lutely amazing. I mean, they have incredible audio, animation, and design to them. Literally every single weapon. It's like the developers took what I imagined to be the coolest gun in any game and just went on to create them. And that said, the standard pump action shotty, oh mama, it's so freaking beautiful. It feels so punchy without going overboard with either animations or effects. It might honestly be just one of my top 3 shotties ever, and I don't say that lightly. Oh mama. Are you seeing that shotgun? So we established that the weapons are great. The story is, well, it's there. I didn't really pay too much attention to it in all honesty. The game simply does a good enough of a job with environmental storytelling that it kept me pushing forward all the time. But the levels on the other hand, they are beautiful. The designer 100,000,000% knows what he or she is doing, no questions about that. But oh boy, they are massive. They take a long time to finish, has so many things going in each and every one that it can at times become a little confusing. And yes, my bratskis, I did get lost a few times here and there. There, I said it, I got lost. It never reached the point of no return where I was like, well, I got no idea what to do, game over, but I did some unnecessary backtracking. Checked the wrong rooms because, well, I had no idea where the thing I was looking for was, but I eventually always ended up finding it, and more times than not, a secret that I would otherwise have missed if not for the looking around. Now, I don't want to make it sound like I was constantly lost, because I was not. It's actually not super confusing or anything like that, just a snippet more signposting in the levels, and it would have been enough. But once I did actually progress, I did come across one of the sickest boss fights that I've ever had in any GZDoom game. Now this little guy right here, what a good fight he puts up. It really feels like all the enemies before it were to train you for this monstrosity that will test you and all the mechanics that the game has introduced so far. Overall, turning this mod into a great piece of art and a hell of a good time. I died. Friend, thank you so much for checking all the way to the end. Don't forget to join the Discord linked in the description, and for more awesome games and mods, well, let's go together and check out these.